You made 3 irrational decisions before you even got out of bed this morning. Not because you're stupid, because your brain is running software that was written 200,000 years ago, and it hasn't been updated since. And right now, that software is quietly hijacking your choices, your career, your relationships, your money. And the terrifying part? You have absolutely no idea it's happening. I'm about to show you 10 cognitive biases, mental glitches hardwired into every human brain that are shaping your decisions right now in real time. And I'm not going to give you a psychology textbook. I'm going to show you exactly how these biases are playing out in your daily life, and more importantly, how to catch them before they cost you. Stay until the end, because bias number 7 is the one nobody talks about, and it might be the most dangerous one on this entire list. Let's go. Bias number 1, confirmation. Bias. Your brain is not a truth seeker. It's a belief protector. When you already think something is true, a person, a choice, a belief, your brain actively filters out anything that contradicts it and seeks out everything that confirms it. You're not researching, you're building a case, and you've been doing it your entire life. Bias number 2, the sunk cost fallacy. You've stayed in a bad relationship, a dying job, a terrible show you couldn't stop watching because you were already 4 seasons deep. That's the sunk cost fallacy. The time, money, or energy you've already spent has zero bearing on what you should do next. But your brain can't let go. The past does not owe you a good future. Remember that. Bias number 3, the availability heuristic. Quick. What's more dangerous, plane crashes or car accidents? Most people say planes, because a plane crash is dramatic, memorable, vivid. Car accidents happen quietly. Your brain judges probability based on how easily something comes to mind, not on actual data. The more dramatic something is, the more real it feels. That's why we fear the wrong things, every single time. Now here's where it gets really unsettling. The next 3 biases work together, and when they do, they can lock you into a life you never actually chose. Bias number 4, hyperbolic discounting. Your brain is absolutely terrible at valuing the future. Given a choice between $50 today and $100 next month, most people take the $50. Even though waiting 2 weeks literally doubles their money, we don't make decisions based on what's best. We make decisions based on what's closest. The reward that's right in front of us always feels bigger than it actually is. The consequence that's far away always feels smaller than it actually is. That's why you skip the gym today. Eat the thing you said you wouldn't. Delay the conversation you know you need to have. The future version of you is paying for every shortcut the present version of you takes, and your brain doesn't care because that's tomorrow's problem. Bias number 5. The status quo bias change feels dangerous. Staying feels safe. So your brain defaults to whatever is already happening, even when changing would obviously make your life better. It's not laziness, it's a survival mechanism, but in the modern world, it keeps you stuck. In the same job, the same city, the same version of yourself from 5 years ago. The default setting is never neutral. It always has a cost. Bias number 6, social proof. You tell yourself you think independently. You don't. When you don't know what to do, your brain looks around at what everyone else is doing and assumes that must be correct. It's why products with more reviews sell more. Why packed restaurants look more appealing than empty ones. Popularity is not the same as quality, but your brain treats it that way every single time. Okay, bias number 7. I told you about this one in the beginning. Here it is. And I genuinely think this one explains more human suffering than almost anything else. Bias number 7, negativity. Bias: one bad experience hits your brain 5 times harder than an equally good one. One criticism lands harder than 10 compliments. One argument can undo weeks of connection. One loss stings more than one win feels good. Your brain was built to scan for threats, to remember pain, to survive. But in a world that isn't constantly trying to kill you, this bias is quietly poisoning your default emotional state. Every single day. Bias number 8, the Dunning-Kruger effect. The less you know about something, the more confident you feel. The more you know, the more you realize how little you actually understand. The most dangerous people in any room are always the ones who don't know enough to know what they don't know. And yes, at some point, that person has been you, and me, and every human alive. Bias number 9, the halo effect. When someone is attractive or charming or successful, your brain assumes they're also intelligent, trustworthy, kind, and competent. Even with zero evidence, this is how con artists operate. This is why beautiful packaging sells bad products. This is why charismatic leaders get followed off cliffs. One positive trait bleeds into everything else, and it shuts off your critical thinking completely. The last bias on this list is the one that ties all the others together. Miss this one and none of the rest matters. Bias number 10, the blind spot bias. Here it is, the bias that makes all the others nearly impossible to fix. It's called the blind spot bias, and it means you are fully capable of recognizing cognitive bias in other people while being completely unable to see it in yourself. You can watch this video, learn all 10 biases, nod along at every single one, and still walk out the door and repeat every mistake you always have. Because your brain doesn't just have bugs, it has a bug that hides the other bugs. That's what you're actually up against. So, what do you actually do with all this? Here's the real takeaway, and it's not a checklist. The goal is not to eliminate your biases. That's impossible. Your brain will never stop pattern matching, threat scanning, or defaulting to the familiar. That's not a flaw. That's the hardware. The goal is to create distance between a stimulus and your response, between a feeling and a decision. Before any major choice, ask yourself 3 questions. What am I not seeing here? What am I assuming is true without evidence? What would I tell a friend to do if this were their problem, not mine? That last one is powerful because the moment it's not about you, the emotional noise drops. The bias loses its grip, and you start to see clearly. You cannot think your way out of a bias you don't know you have, but now you do. And that changes everything. If this video made you see yourself a little differently, that's the point. That uncomfortable feeling, that's your brain updating. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one bias from this list, just one, the one that hit hardest. Write it down. And for the next 48 hours, just watch for it. In your conversations, in your decisions, in your reactions. You don't fix it by fighting it. You fix it by seeing it. And listen, if any of these biases showed up for you in the context of a relationship, pay close attention to what I'm dropping next. On May 5th, I'm releasing a video called The 6 Stages of Narcissistic Abuse and the one you're probably stuck in. If you've ever felt confused, exhausted, or like you were losing your mind inside a relationship, that video was made for you. Hit the subscribe button right now and turn on notifications, because that one goes live in just a few days, and you do not want to miss it. Like this if your brain hurts a little. And I'll see you on May 5th.